In today's video, I'm going to share with you 21 amazing life and home hacks that will change your life, especially if you have ADHD. Hi and welcome back. If you're new to my channel, I'm Cass from Clutterbug. I usually talk about organization, but today I wanted to talk about ADHD. I just read this amazing new study that shows that ADHD is actually a dopamine deficiency. So people who have ADHD, the reason we struggle to focus and get motivated, actually adult, do all the things we have to do is because we have chronically low levels of dopamine. But I also discovered that you can have low dopamine when you're stressed or you're tired or have other mental health issues. So it kind of mimics those ADHD behaviors, like just not wanting to get off the couch and do the dishes. So I'm going to share with you 21 really awesome hacks, whether you have ADHD or not, that's going to help you just tackle life and make amazing progress. Being productive is one of the biggest struggles when you have ADHD, or if you're tired, or if you're stressed, you're just not feeling capable of getting up and doing the things we know we have to do. And so here's a quick hack that I love to just make my life more productive. Creating a visual planning station is definitely a must because you have to see all the cool things you're gonna get done. I use the side of my fridge here because I don't actually wanna see it, to put all the things I use to be productive. I have my calendar, my whole family calendar here, my menu planning, my shopping list, which I love, and my daily to-do list. And the part that's so cool is, yes, it's visual, so I'm reminding myself all day every time I get a coffee or I go to the fridge, which is a lot. I see the stuff that I have to get done. But it's also really convenient because I can just tear these away, take it with me to the grocery store, or start fresh. So it's also really, really easy. I have no excuses. Every time I glance at this, I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta do the thing, or take out the meat to defrost, or call the person I'm supposed to call. And having it visual is definitely key. So you need a planning station somewhere in your house. It can be in your office, it can be as soon as you enter or leave your house, it can be in your kitchen, it can even be in your bedroom. But you need it somewhere to keep you motivated and keep you getting stuff done. One of my favorite hacks of all time for ADHD is brain dumping. I have a really hard time sleeping at night, and even if you don't have ADHD, if you're stressed or you have a lot of thoughts going through your mind, it's hard to sleep, it's hard to concentrate, it's hard to get motivated. So brain dumping is the solution. I keep a notebook always here by my bedside table, and I take a dump every night, and I take a dump every morning. Poop jokes. They never get old. But seriously, this works. So always have a notebook beside your bed when you go to bed. And I also like to have one in the kitchen and one in the office. So I'm like brain dumping my little heart out, writing down every thought, every maybe to do, everything in my head. Once I get it out and on paper, not only do I feel better, I have peace of mind, but then I'm able to get focused by circling the ones that are most important and really prioritizing those. Brain dumping is a must if you have ADHD or you just want to get stuff done. I have a terrible memory. It's like hamster on crack kind of bad. So I use electronics all the time to remind me to do basically absolutely everything. They run my life. Whether it's my phone in the calendar, I'm putting multiple alerts to notify me of meetings and phone calls and appointments and things I have to do. But I also have an Alexa in every single room, and I use her all day long. She's reminding me even to do basic things like, Alexa, set a reminder tomorrow morning to feed my stupid sourdough starter.
What time tomorrow morning should I remind you?
9 a.m.
Okay, I'll remind you tomorrow at 9 a.m.
She's like an assistant, and she keeps me productive, she keeps me motivated, and she keeps my brain from having to remember the things I will never remember.
Old man, here is your reminder. Feed my stupid sourdough starter.
You may be wondering why my Alexa calls me old man. I don't know how to turn that off. Okay, so I gave my stepdad a tablet so he could watch. I call him old man. It's a long story. He loves it. It's not an insult. My mom does not like to be called old lady. There is a difference. But the point is, now my Alexa calls me old man, and I kind of like it, but I also don't know how to turn it off. So just in case you were wondering. If you're anything like me, the hardest part of getting anything done is getting started, like physically getting up to walk over to the thing we have to do. So this is my quick hack that I absolutely love. And it's this really cheap little timer alarm clock. And I'll set it for maybe 5, 10, sometimes an hour. It depends on what I'm doing. But you set this clock and then here's what you do. You throw it across the room. Throw it somewhere far away because when that annoying alarm goes off, you have to get up and physically go over and shut it off. And this gets you up. I also do little things like maybe some jumping jacks or make movement to kind of get the blood flowing so that I'm actually feeling that motivation, that little dopamine rush to do the adulting thing. Another incredibly effective hack for getting yourself motivated, being productive, is called body doubling. You can do this by inviting someone over, just having someone sit in the room with you while you do the boring thing that you have to do, or even doing a Zoom call or calling someone on the phone. Having somebody to just be present with you is so motivating, whether you have ADHD or not. Body doubling is an incredible hack for being productive. Healthy eating is so hard if you have ADHD or you're stressed or you're tired because you're lacking dopamine. And dopamine is something we need to feel energized, to feel motivated, and to not feel exhausted. And so I feel like we're self-medicating with sugar and carbs. Sugar and carbs naturally raises dopamine levels. So I've been self-medicating this whole time. It's not that I'm a sugaraholic, it's because I have ADHD, but we can hack our brains. We can do little things to make healthy eating easier. And the first thing is in your fridge, just move all the healthy stuff up. Like take all your dairy products, your cheese, yogurt, cottage cheese, all your fruits and vegetables, and move them up to eye level. So it's the first thing you see when you look in the fridge is like the good stuff you usually forget about because it's in the crisper drawer. And you're way more likely, if something's easy, to actually eat it. Another thing I find helpful is making a big batch of healthy things like soup or stir fry, so it's always on hand for like a quick snack or a quick lunch, so I'm not grabbing granola bars or Skittles. It's all about convenience, so cooking ahead just makes this easier. I have a tendency to mindlessly eat when I'm bored, which is all the time. I'm always bored. So I hide all the junk food because that's what I tend to grab. And instead, I have this little turntable that's right out in my pantry. So it's the first thing I see. And I fill it with sugar-free candy, lollipops, dried fruit, and nuts. So I'm grabbing healthy things, or at least low-calorie things, anytime I'm bored. I'm always gonna crave sugar. I wanna give it up, but I just love it so much. So I found a way to kind of hack it and give myself the feeling of those fun, delicious snacks, but with a fraction of the calories. And one of my favorite go-tos is a banana split because did you know whipped cream only has 20 calories for 4 tablespoons? That's so good. It's Cool Whip. I don't think there's actually cream in here, but who cares? So instead of ice cream, you just wanna slice a banana, put a ton of Cool Whip on it, maybe sprinkle some chocolate chips, and I am obsessed with this syrup. It's sugar-free caramel syrup, so it's made with like stuff that isn't real sugar. I don't know. Doesn't have a lot of calories at all, but tastes like the real thing. So this feels like a really, I don't know, like amazing, luxurious snack, but it's under 150 calories. You can also make apple nachos by thinly slicing an apple, covering it again with this sugar-free caramel sauce, maybe a couple chocolate chips, super good for under 100 calories. And I can't not mention sugar-free Jello. I'm not a huge Jello fan, but I do love these little Jello cups. This has 180 calories, this has 5. So I can have 26 of these for every one of these. When I'm craving that snack and I probably shouldn't be eating a quick Jello, even top it with, some Cool Whip, and for 25 calories, you're gonna have a sweet treat that will satisfy you. Before we get into more amazing life and home hacks, I have to thank HelloFresh for sponsoring today's video. I need healthy eating to be so easy. I need it to be Convenient. And that's why I love HelloFresh so much because I don't have to go to the grocery store. I don't have to plan. I'm not wasting food. I get pre-portioned, amazing, delicious meals delivered right to my door. And everything is so incredibly fresh. HelloFresh delivers right from the farm to your door in under 7 days after it's picked. So it's especially delicious. And the recipes, there's over 40 to choose from, but they are like chef designed, amazing. I am not a great cook, but I can whip together a gourmet meal literally in under a half an hour, and my family loves it. We're always really excited when it's HelloFresh night because we know it's going to be delicious, nutritious. It's going to taste like restaurant cooking, but it's 70% less than eating out. If you want to try HelloFresh right now, you can save 60%. Go to HelloFresh.com, use the promo code Clutterbug60 for 60% off and free shipping. That's HelloFresh.com, promo code Clutterbug60 for 60% off plus free shipping. Cleaning is boring, so I've got a bunch of hacks that can really help you want to clean, like get motivated to clean. And the first is probably my favorite. It's wireless headphones. This is a must. Whether you have ADHD or not, having wireless headphones means that you can, I call it going to Zombieland. Basically, it's distract yourself from the boring, mundane tasks that we have to do. So listen to an audiobook or watch a show, listen to music, totally turn off your brain so that you're not distracted, so that you're not bored, and you're getting stuff done. Any type of wireless headphones are absolutely a must. If you're anything like me, you tend to procrastinate the jobs that suck, like dishes. So anytime my dishwasher is full, I use a hack called the soaker sink. You've probably heard this a million times, but here is the real trick. Fill the opposite sink that you normally use for washing dishes. So you can still rinse dishes if you need to and like use this sink, but the opposite one is your soaker sink. Put anything big or things that you just don't want to wash right now in your soaker sink. You'll still be able to use your normal sink, but this stuff's kind of cleaning while it's soaking in there. And because clutter attracts clutter, when you have less dirty dishes that you're seeing visually, you're less likely to add to the mess in your kitchen. I know I've talked about this 1,000 bazillion times, but that's because it's amazing and it works. You want to dress for success. You want to actually put on an apron or wear running shoes, put on rubber gloves. Remind your body that it's go time and that you're actually in the mood to do the thing that you don't really want to do. You're tricking yourself, but it works. So I know I've said this a million times. Seriously, slap on an apron, you guys. Please give this a try. You will be a cleaning boss. Confession time. I'm a slob. I know I say this all the time, but I don't think you understand how messy I actually am. So I use something called clutter catchers, and I'm telling you, it's pretty freaking life-changing. Anytime that I have areas in my home like this tiny bathroom where I leave a mess everywhere, I use a tray or like a shallow basket, and I use the stuff that I usually leave out and I put it in a basket. So I'm getting ready in the morning, I'm like doing my thing or whatever. Instead of leaving it down, I'm tossing everything back into here. And then when I'm done, I can put this in a cabinet or like back on a shelf, and I don't actually have to tidy anything up. The clutter catcher catches the clutter for me. So look around your own home. Is it on your kitchen counter? Where do you usually pile? Put a clutter catcher there and you're gonna be pretty amazed at how it helps it keep tidy. If you want a clean house, you have to declutter. That's just the unfortunate truth. And it can feel really overwhelming, especially if you have ADHD. You don't know where to start. It can seem like it's going to take forever, so we procrastinate. But a 21 item toss is the perfect little trick and hack to really make it fun and fast. So grab a bag or a box and run around your house and look for 21 things that can go. 21 things is the magic number because it's big enough that it pushes you out of your comfort zone, but it's a small enough number that it would only take you 5 minutes, maybe 10. It's not going to feel overwhelming. And I tell you, if you do a 21 item toss every single week, your house is going to stay in control. Another hack that I do that definitely keeps my house tidy is every day, 3 times a day, I have alarms that go off for quick tidy up times. So they're on my phone, it like beeps at the same times every day, and I know that I have to set a timer for 5 minutes and put stuff back. I love this because not only am I picking things up, but it's training my brain to be a tidier person. Like I don't always need the alarm, I'm putting things away. And trust me, as a naturally messy person, this is pretty life-changing. And I know a ton of ADHDers who also do this 5-minute tidy up time. They use their phone to remind them, and it's keeping their house way cleaner. I have an entire video dedicated just to cleaning shortcuts that work, especially for people who have ADHD. So I'm gonna put that in the description below. Make sure that you check that video out. Do you know what chore I hate more than laundry? Nothing, absolutely nothing. It's the worst, it never ends, but we gotta do it. So I have some really quick hacks that are gonna just make this easier. My first laundry hack might seem pretty obvious, but I'm so surprised how many people don't have hooks somewhere in their bedroom for those clothes that aren't dirty enough to wash, but too dirty to maybe put back in your closet. So blue jeans, hoodies, all my skanky bathrobes. I love having hooks. It's kind of behind the door, but on the wall, so it's super in studs. I load this sucker up, but it's keeping all those clothes off my floor, off the chair, off the bed, and it's keeping my bedroom tidy. You need some hooks on the wall. For me, the worst part about laundry is obviously the putting away part, and I'm not a big folder, and that's okay. We don't have to feel bad. Having quick baskets for things that people aren't going to see you in, like pajamas or camisoles, bathing suits, or things that it doesn't matter if they're wrinkly, like workout gear. Don't worry about folding. Don't worry about folding underwear or socks. Just toss them in baskets or toss them in a drawer. You're going to save so much time, and it's really going to make putting away laundry so easy. Another quick hack that makes putting away laundry so much faster is to always group your hangers together in the closet. So whenever I take something off to wear it, I take the hanger down and I put it right here in my closet in the same spot every time. So when I'm putting away clothes, I grab all the hangers and take it to wherever my basket is. Even if you like to put away laundry in front of the TV, if you have something that hangs, you just lay it beside you on the hanger. Super easy. Taking the hangers and grouping them together instead of looking for them in your closet is seriously a huge time saver, and you have to try this hack because it's pretty life-changing. When I was a kid, my mom used to do laundry like this. She would take all the clothes and she would sort them into lights, darks, colors, maybe delicates, maybe there's some towels over here, and then wash everything and then resort it by person or room. We did a lot of sorting of clothes, so of course, the idea of laundry seemed horrible. Here's what I do instead. I have one laundry hamper per room, like per person, and we throw all the clothes into here. We take this downstairs, we wash it per person or per room, put it in the dryer. We don't sort, we wash everything on cold. It's fine. And then you just take the entire clean clothes back up to the one room and put it away. No sorting, no whose pants are these, let's make a pile for Milo and Izzy. You don't have to do that. You save so much time when you have one basket per room. Confession time. This is gross, but I used to rarely wash my sheets. It's not that I don't think it's important, it's that I would forget to remember to wash my sheets. I know you're supposed to do it weekly, but who the heck would remember to do that? And I'm not a every Sunday I do my thing, except now. Now I am that person because I set an alarm in my phone every Sunday morning to strip the bed and wash all the sheets. And without that reminder, without that alarm, honestly, I wouldn't do it. So if you're like me and you forget those important things that aren't super obvious, set an alarm in your phone for sheet washing day. My last laundry tip is to make sure that you're using the delay wash on your washing machine. If you're tired of skunky clothes that you've left in overnight and now you have to rewash over and over again, use the delay wash. So I start it either every night before bed to start the next morning or in the morning to be done when I'm done work. So this way I can set it and forget it, and as soon as I'm ready and prepared to switch it over to the dryer, magically, it's only been done for a few minutes. The delay wash is a life changer. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you want to, if you feel like it. No pressure or whatever, but it makes me very happy. And like this video, and I'm going to put a link down below to more ADHD videos if you're feeling interested. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for those of you who have stayed to the end. Warning. This is maybe TMI. It's kind of gross, but I feel like I have to share it with you after this whole video thing, especially the healthy eating part. So you know my biggest struggle is my weight and healthy eating, and I'm always trying to hack it because I'm not going to eat healthy and exercise on a regular basis. Consistency is not my jam. And so I'm always looking for a way out. So I've been having a lot of sugar-free candy. I got sugar-free gum. I got all those gummy bears that I read the reviews on Amazon, and everyone's like, your butt will be a lava pit. And I was like, it's gonna be fine. Ha ha ha. So funny. Yeah, the thing is, a lot of these sugar-free candies have something called maltitol in them or sorbitol, which is an extreme laxative. I knew this about the gummy bears. I rolled the dice. I failed. It got messy. You're gonna have to bleep the S word, but it did. It got really messy, and my stomach was killing me. So then I was like, fine, the gummy bears are a no. The suckers are fine, though, or the hard candies. And they are, as long as you don't overindulge. I feel like this is almost exposure therapy to get me to eat less because I know if I have too many, I will have a rough night. I'm just saying. It's the ring of fire down there. It's. I don't know how to say explosive diarrhea without saying explosive diarrhea. I'm trying to think. I'm not smart enough to come up with puns. Gives you explosive diarrhea. Okay, but seriously, so after spending my entire night on the can, I stepped on the scale thinking that like this, models, they say that they do that. They have a lot of laxatives, and I was like, I am gonna be skinny now. There was zero change. So don't use laxatives as a weight loss thing, but maybe do have the sugar-free candy in moderation. Moderation means like 5 or less. Okay, see you guys next time.